by Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is Friday morning, 46 degrees. Not too terrible, but not too good either. Hi, Tanner.
Good morning, Paul.
How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised that you were actually here this week.
I heard you this morning.
Yeah.
I heard the little jab on the promo.
Between you and Evan, I never know who's going to miss more.
Fair enough. 2 out of the last 3 weeks I haven't been here, but I'm back this week. Looking forward to a fun show. Todd Van Sickel is going to be our guest this morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Does that mean you can count on me then? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
You're here every week, it seems. One way or the other.
That's great.
Yeah. He's at 46 degrees this morning. Yeah, a little chilly up there. Yesterday, I thought it was supposed to be decently warm yesterday. I didn't take a jacket to work. I went outside to go to my car for lunch. I'm like, it's pretty cold outside.
Yeah, it got cooler as the day went on, I think.
We're getting closer to those winter temperatures right now instead of the nice fall temperatures. But this weekend it does look like it's going to be in the fall weather, mid to high 50s looks like.
Yeah.
Low chance of rain tomorrow if any, but a little higher on Sunday.
Right.
But yeah, we could, a little sunshine would be nice.
Yeah, yesterday I left the house with the windows open and the heat off. I went home at lunch and looked at the thermostat. It was 59 degrees.
It's a little cold. That's a little cold.
Yeah, a little bit.
I did have to crank my heat a little last night. Yeah, I didn't want to do that this early, but I couldn't take it anymore. So, that time of year.
Yes, it is.
I see the CDC signed off on Moderna and J&J booster shots.
Yes.
And they also said that mixing and matching the shots is fine. So that's an interesting development.
So now you can go get all the shots all at once.
I don't know about that.
No, I still don't recommend that.
No, but interesting development there, and a good sign that they signed off on Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, so more people can get the booster shot they want.
Yes.
Forward. So, well, like I said, Todd Van Sickel is going to be joining us this morning as our guest. He's kind of on the other microphone today. He's our Executive Vice President of Operations and Technology. He's going to be talking about Cybersecurity Awareness Month. That's been going on during the month of October. So we got some trivia related to cybersecurity.
Okay.
Are you ready, Paul?
Let's do this.
What percentage of cybersecurity attacks are direct results of successful hacking email attempts? Is it 54%, 74%, or 94%?
And Todd, you've got those statistics somewhere in your
I know, right?
Right between the ears up there, right in the brain. So
basically what the question is you read about the security breaches that happen sometimes. They generally come from phishing, but what percentage of the attacks come from phishing?
Yep, successful attempts.
Yeah.
So,
And you're going to slip that answer in today?
Probably not.
yeah.
I tried.
You just have to think about it for the duration of the program, and then
I will.
take your best stab at it at the end. So, sports, you got a lot of sports to report on. It's a great time of year. It's Indiana high school sectional football season. A lot of games going on tonight, of course, including Rochester's going to be hosting the sectional game tonight. Rochester ended the regular season with a 5-2 record. They host the LaVille Lancers tonight. LaVille's pretty strong with a 6-2 record. If I'm not mistaken, both of their losses were to top teams ranked in the top 10. It's going to be a fun one at Barnhart Field tonight.
It will.
7 o'clock kickoff time. I'm assuming 6:30 pregame.
Yeah. Yeah. And, of course, LaVille's coming right down 31 for another loss.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right there. No offense to any of the LaVille Lancer.
No,
faithful
not at all. But,
but
it's zebra country here.
Exactly.
So.
You're right.
So it's going to be a really good football game with two good teams.
Yes. 6-2, 5-2, two good records. Two teams who have had good seasons. Should be a fun one.
Win or go home.
Win or go home. Yep. It's now technically a one-game season. I know coaches like to say that even in the regular season.
Yeah.
It's a one-game season. Well, now it really is.
It truly is.
One-game season. Speaking of having a good season, Tippecanoe Valley has finished 9-0 this year. Really strong season. They're ranked in the top 10 in 3A. They are traveling to Garrett.
Okay.
For their sectional game, the Garrett Railroaders.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was right. They are 4-5. I don't know much about their season besides their record. So,
Well, in that case, go Valley.
yes. Another team who had an undefeated season, Winamac. The Winamac Warriors finished
Yes.
7-0 this year. They are at West Central tonight, who has a record of 2-7.
Okay.
I know when we were over at our Winamac branch for our Community Appreciation Day a little over a month ago, a few of our customers over there were saying this is Winamac's year to do something big time in the postseason. So, good luck to them.
Yes, absolutely.
And Culver Cavaliers, they're hosting a game tonight with their 2-5 record. They're hosting South Newton, has a 5-4 record, and the Casson Comets at 2-7 are traveling to South Central, who has a 4-3 record.
Okay.
A lot of Friday night football action going on tonight. So
Gotta love
if
it.
you don't have anything going on, drive to your local high school and watch some football.
And if you can't get there, at least you can listen to the Zebras here on WROI.
Absolutely, even online.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to both the Rochester High School cross country teams, boys and girls, for advancing out regional and getting to semi-state. Semi-state takes place tomorrow. I mean, both these programs, it seems like almost every year they're going to semi-state anymore. They've kind of set that expectation, and that's all because of the great coaches in the program and the kids, all the hard work they're putting in.
A little interesting fact I got from the athletic director yesterday, Kevin Rainey. He said that the seniors have been to at least semi-state all 4 years of their high school career.
That's something to be very proud of. That's
Yes.
very hard to do.
It's
Yes,
a
it
great
is.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Very dedicated students and athletes.
Yeah, cross country is one of those sports that's not classed. So
No.
it's everybody
Yeah.
together, so it makes it even more impressive.
You're running for your lives regardless.
So good luck to them. It looks like they're not going to have to run in the rain tomorrow. So
Yeah.
maybe some kind of brisk temperatures in the morning, but sometimes that's good for
Yeah.
running. Sometimes that's better than the heat. So
Absolutely.
good luck to everybody involved in that tomorrow. MLB Playoffs, both series are 3-2. The Astros have a 3-2 lead on the Red Sox, and the Braves have a 3-2 lead on the Dodgers. So
Have you watching any of that?
here and there, kind of, I'm what I'll call a commercial watcher. If I'm watching something else and gets on commercial, I'll flip over to MLB to see what's going on. But
I've watched a little bit of it. Baseball has really changed.
It
not-
has.
It's home runs or strikeouts.
you're right. Swing for the fences.
Yeah, other than that, there's not much strategy. It seems
No.
like small ball,
No.
home runs or strikeouts. I've been watching a little bit of the games. There's been some really good defensive gems. But
Yep.
It's a home run or strikeout.
Yeah, and a lot of these teams are putting up runs quick. I know the Red Sox, they had 9 runs in the second or third inning. The Astros had like 1 or 2 runs. Like, well, that game's pretty much over already. So,
Right.
but it's interesting because I think a lot of the nation's tired of the Astros, the Red Sox, and the Dodgers. And then you got the Braves, who haven't done much lately, but throughout the 90s, they won their division every single year. So,
I was watching a game last night. Last World Series for them was 1999.
yep, 99 when against the Yankees, they lost, and
Sorry to bring that up, Tanner.
well, the Yankees won that one.
Oh, okay.
So, and in '96,
That's right.
the Braves' last World Series wins, 95 over the Indians.
Yeah, I knew he was going to do it.
Well,
I knew it.
your Browns beat my Broncos last night, so I had to throw some Cleveland jab in there while I could.
Yeah, well, I'm claiming nobody else's, but I'm claiming next year, clean slate, fresh start
Yeah.
as the Guardians.
Yep, there you go. Got some college football and NFL football locally going on this weekend. Number 5 Ohio State with a 5-1 record travels to Todd's Indiana Hoosiers, who have a 2-4 record. Ohio State's a 21-point favorite. This game's at 7:30 tomorrow night on ABC.
Okay.
So they're my Hoosiers. That makes me irresponsible
Yes.
for winning the league.
Yes, it does.
Yes, so if they lose, it's all your fault. You
Okay.
should have trained them better.
No, you're like me when it comes to Purdue. You either go
Still
down with
rooting
the
for them,
team.
and I have faith that they're going to present well tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm guessing there'll be a packed stadium. I mean, I think a lot of IU fans are looking forward to the game, and of course, Ohio State travels really well. So
Traditionally, that's when they take the
the
snapshot
overhead
of the
snapshot to make it all
full
look red.
Memorial Stadium for recruits to make it look like,
Yeah.
we've got
Yeah.
the support. You just have to look at the detail and see that it says Ohio State on the scoreboard
Yeah.
usually.
Exactly. But 7:30 ABC national game primetime. Those are always fun. Yeah, my Purdue Boilermakers ranked for the first time since 2007. After pulling off a big upset, went over number 2 Iowa. Was Iowa really the second best team in the nation? No, but they were ranked there. So Yeah, didn't see that coming, but pleasant surprise. They now have 4-2 record. They host a team though that has been a thorn in their side in Wisconsin, who's 3-3. Purdue has not beat Wisconsin since 2003.
Well,
They
let's
have
hope
not-
maybe they can do it this year.
They have not beat Wisconsin in West Lafayette since 1997. I was 5. So
Okay.
to put things in perspective. So Wisconsin's a 3-point favorite tomorrow. That game's at 3 o'clock on the Big Ten Network.
All right.
And that game is sold out, so it should be another fun, raucous environment. All 3 big Indiana teams are home this weekend. And that means Notre Dame's at home as well. They had a bye week last week. They moved up 1 ranking in the polls to 13th. They have a 5-1 record. They host one of their rivals, USC, who's got a 3-3 record. Notre Dame's a 6.5-point favorite. That's also a primetime national game at night tomorrow, 7:30 on NBC.
All
So
right.
you don't play and you get better and move up in the rankings?
Yep.
That didn't happen to Indiana or Purdue this year, did it?
Nope.
Okay.
Never
nope,
does.
Just Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So I think they could. I don't know who fell out. I don't know how far Iowa fell back in the rankings. I don't think they fell past 13. So I don't know who lost that was above Notre Dame last week. But somebody did that. They can go up there.
You're okay with that?
In the NFL, yes, I am. In the NFL, the Bears, 3-3 record, lost to the Packers. Aaron Rodgers made sure the Bear fans know that he still owns them with a 22-5 record all time against the Bears. They traveled down to Tampa Bay to face Tom Brady, another pretty good quarterback. They have a 5-1 record. The Buccaneers are a 12.5-point favorite, which is really high for an NFL game. That's going to be a 4:25 start on CBS. Not
Must
Fox,
be-
CBS.
Must be the game of the week then.
Yes, I think it is a game of the week because until they changed how the TV schedule works in the past, when an NFC team played an NFC team, it was always on Fox. But now it doesn't matter. So CBS
Interesting.
has the game.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And the Colts got a win over the Texans, so they're now 2-4. They travel out to San Francisco to face the 2-3 49ers. That's the Sunday night game this week. 8:20 start time on NBC. But you can listen right here.
Yeah, we'll
Number
have pregame starting at 7:20.
Yes, so
Turn down the sound, turn up the radio, right?
Exactly.
there you go. Yeah, sometimes it's a lot better to listen to your favorite team's commentators than it is the commentators on TV.
And I enjoy Matt Taylor's commentary as well.
Yeah,
so.
he does a good job.
INDY.
Yeah.
Got some tidbits here this morning. Speaking of NBC, on this day in 1939, NBC became the first network to televise a pro football game. That game was between the Brooklyn Dodgers defeating the Philadelphia Eagles 23-14 at Brooklyn's Ebbets Field. So not only were the Dodgers a baseball team back then,
Yeah.
they were a pro football team for a little while. On this day in 1988, Elton John sold out Madison Square Garden for a record 26th time.
Wow.
And he's still going strong today. He's got one of the top hits in music right now. I
Yeah.
forget the artist off the top of my head.
Dua Lipa.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's a good song he's got going on right
Yes,
now.
it actually is.
On this day in 2008, Google Play was launched.
Ah,
Android's app store.
yeah.
So I wasn't sure when that launched. I was kind of surprised at 2008. On this day in 2009, Microsoft released Windows 7.
What year was
I
that?
missed that.
2009.
Wow.
Yeah, so a couple different versions later.
Yeah.
And
I miss 7 sometimes.
I think we all missed the previous version sometimes, but
Yeah.
Yeah, when he went to the panels and away from the traditional classic windows.
yeah.
Yeah.
On this day in 2016, AT&T bought Time Warner for $85.4 billion.
Huh. Why didn't you buy it? I'm sure you got that savings somewhere.
Yeah.
Just think what that price would be today.
It's hard to wrap my mind around all these buyout figures anymore. It's
Yeah.
Just some zeros.
just a few
more
more.
zeros.
Today is National Caps Lock Day,
Okay.
which usually isn't a good thing if you leave caps lock on, but it's
No.
also a National Nut Day, so almonds, all kinds of peanuts. It's International Stuttering Awareness Day, and Smart is Cool Day.
Okay.
Yes. So
So I've got to get the trivia question right now.
yeah, if you want to be cool today, you gotta
Smart
show
is
off that you're
cool,
smart. So got some upcoming events going on around the area. The 16th annual Haunted Woods Trail will be at the Fulton County Museum grounds. That's going on tonight and tomorrow, and also next weekend on the 29th and the 30th. Tours start at 7:30 until finished. Tickets are $8 for adults and $3 for children ages 6 to 11. All proceeds support the museum. So if you like to get scared and into haunted things, go check that out. The Civics Player of Logansport, they are putting on Murder by Farce, going on tonight at 7:30, tomorrow at 7:30, and Sunday at 2:30. That's at the McHale Performing Arts Center in Logansport. Tickets are $10. It can be purchased online at seatyourself.biz/Civic Players of Logansport. Our own Heather Kevins plays Mrs. Nancy Walker, the old high school business teacher, and her husband Mike is going to be playing Drayson Willards, the punk teenager. So, I heard you guys talk about this a little bit last week.
No comment.
No, Heather always
Not
does a
doing
good
that
job
again.
in her performances. She's really passionate about this stuff, and her husband Mike as well, and so they'll do great in their roles. And I know she's really looking forward to it. It's been a while since they've been able to put on a program. So
Yeah.
I did talk to Heather yesterday, and she's excited about the show going on, and her husband being in it. And she did listen to the radio show last week.
She said rehearsal went good on Wednesday night when I talked to her yesterday.
Good.
So I think they're all the Civics players are ready to go.
Good.
And we have the 63rd Rochester Kiwanis Club Turkey Dinner coming up on Monday, November 1st from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Rochester Cafeteria, Rochester High School Cafeteria, I should say. It will be carry-out only. Tickets are $10 and available at the door, or ask a Kiwanis member.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's
to
always
me, that's always the kickoff of the Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
season.
Thanksgiving. I agree. Thanksgiving theme. 63rd. That's
Crazy.
That's awesome.
It's a great fundraiser for them.
Yes.
I want to give some flowers this morning to Woodlawn CEO John Alley, who was announced yesterday by the Woodlawn Hospital Board that he is retiring,
I know.
effective immediately.
I know. Came out of left field. Gonna miss him.
Yeah,
He was a great guy. I always loved talking to him on the radio.
he was the CFO prior to being the CEO. He's been CEO, I believe, since 2009.
Yeah.
So he did a lot of good things out of the hospital, including getting the Schaefer Medical Facility going. So congratulations to John. Enjoy your retirement. You definitely deserved it. So.
Absolutely.
Got some money news this morning. The Dow was down just a little bit yesterday when it closed.
Yeah.
It was down a little over 6 points, 6.26. It closed at 35,603.08. But the future's up this morning 36 points,
Good.
35,516. So it's kind of been a roller coaster lately, like it is most weeks and even some days. So as Mr. Dick Belcher always said, see what it does today. It's either going to go up, or it's going to go down.
And hopefully that's up.
Tesla, did you see there in the news again?
I did, but I didn't pay attention why.
They posted a record $2.1 billion profit this past quarter.
Wow.
That's the 6th straight quarter they've had record earnings.
It's pretty amazing. Going out on left field with electric cars and things like that, and earning money now in their space program.
And so many of the automakers are struggling right now with the chip shortage and a few other difficulties going on. And Tesla's powering right through it and,
Right.
and finding ways to profit more money than they ever have. So, and you know, it's kind of funny. I haven't seen more Teslas around Rochester lately.
I know. It's like there were none, and then there was one, and now there are
a
several.
handful, So,
There's none parked outside this morning when we drove up.
No.
We'll get ours soon.
But it's still a car. When I see it, hey, there's a Tesla. It kind of makes you turn your head a little bit.
It does.
Yeah.
We went for a walk the other day, and I saw two Teslas in one driveway.
Yep, they're becoming more popular. So, good for them. Today at First Federal, we are open from 8:30 till 5, and tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. We'd love to see you, whether it's in through our lobby or our drive-through. And you can always bank with us online and with our mobile app 24/7, which is free to download. Type in First Federal Savings Bank, look for the white star in the green background. I believe the app itself is actually in the App Store. It's called FFSB Rochester, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So look for that, give that a download. And our ATM is also open 24/7 as well if you need some cash.
All right.
We offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. Right now, when you open a new checking account, you get a Oster kitchen tool set. That's only good through tomorrow. New gift.
You forgot it again this week.
I wasn't here last week, so I didn't
I looked
know.
for it last week.
Yeah.
And
You did, and then we decided that Tanner was going to bring it this week.
Well, here, I'll make you a deal. I'll bring the slate cheese board that's starting next week. I'll bring that in next week.
Okay.
And it comes with chalk too, because you can write on it. Slate.
Okay.
So you can write on it. They're pretty neat looking. So yeah. Either way, if you open a checking account, new checking account today, tomorrow, or next week, you can receive a free gift. And if you already have a checking account or multiple checking accounts with us, but want a gift, you're in luck. You can still get one by referring a friend.
Yeah.
So tell your friend to come in and open up a checking account with us, and when they open up a checking account, not only will they receive a gift for opening a new checking account, you will as well for referring them.
Yeah.
And you can even do that online.
That's
That's
awesome.
for a great, truly free checking account.
Yes.
Yes.
No fees.
No fees.
$50 deposit. That's all we need to get you
Easy
started.
as can be.
And of course, we offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Lindy Breeden for more information. And in our financial services department, you can contact Mark Bluewell and Brian Bell for more information on planning your retirement, 401k, IRA, those sorts of things. Yeah, please give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at FF Banking. Give us a follow on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're really trying to grow that channel. We have interviews on there, we have product videos, we have archived First Federal Radio shows, all types of things. So please go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. And our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
Makes us legal. I'm ready for the meat of the program here, which is Todd Van Sickel. He is the First Federal Savings Bank Executive Vice President of Operations and Technology. And I think all of our loyal listeners and viewers are familiar with Todd, but he's on the opposite microphone this morning. So,
Well,
good morning,
thank you, Ken.
Todd.
I'm here to talk about Cybersecurity Month. The Department of Homeland Security in 2004 made October Cybersecurity Month. And cybersecurity is important to all of us. We talked about security breaches that you hear about in the news. Well, what cybersecurity is are initiatives that organizations, banks, customers, users can take to help protect themselves from the cyber world of all the risks that are out there. And one of my roles in the bank is Information Security Officer, and that role basically, our responsibilities and obligations include to make sure bank and customer data are protected, secure, and backed up. And so we do lots of things. We invest thousands of dollars in advanced technology to monitor, secure, encrypt, and back up our systems. We always run continual vulnerability assessments and patch our hardware and software. Part of cybersecurity is, when it started in 2004, at that time the most important thing was to make sure your systems are have antivirus programs on them. And that still remains one of the most important things that we do at the bank, and that our listeners out there and customers can do, is keep their systems current with their antivirus, because that catches a lot of the bad things that are out there. And it's always suggested to keep that going. And I'm sure Tanner and Paul, you do that in your home systems.
Yep.
Just,
Oh yeah.
it's great to subscribe to something like that and keep it going.
And if you subscribe to that and it's running out, or it's already expired, you'll get a pop-up reminding them, hey,
Yeah.
your Norton Security or whatever company you're with has expired. And those are important to keep up with, like Todd said. Those aren't things you want to leave your computer unprotected. That's not.
So I'm going to talk a little bit today about how our customers and our listeners can protect themselves. And one of the things is Wi-Fi. Everybody enjoys access to the internet through our mobile devices, but Wi-Fi, wireless Wi-Fi connection to the internet can be dangerous sometimes. So, there's lots of public places where you can get it, restaurants, some towns, parks offer it, hotels,
Yep.
airports. This one offers some advice here, is that it's okay to use that if you're checking out, maybe who won the game last night, the
Right.
Broncos or the
For the
Browns.
the Browns, or if you're looking to plan a trip or something like that. Just what we encourage is people to be cautious is, don't go to your online banking site there where you enter your credentials, because you never know who could be looking at that traffic. Because even if you go to a place like a coffee shop, for example, and you're using their Wi-Fi, all it takes is somebody with a backpack in there, maybe with a router, intercepting that signal and retransmitting it, and they're trying to capture all your login credentials. So it's okay to use Wi-Fi, just be careful what you're doing. Don't enter if you're looking at financial transactions or even going to Amazon buying things, I encourage you not to do that in public Wi-Fi, because if somebody's snooping on that, they can gain access to your Amazon credentials. More than likely your credit card's stored on Amazon, and that gives the hacker keys to your kingdom, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a good thing that we try to encourage people to know about Wi-Fi safety.
How about a hotspot?
Hotspots are usually good because they're registered in your name as long as you have the security settings on it. And just like your home Wi-Fi, we encourage people to change the password that you get with your router or modem, and then because sometimes they're like admin passwords, and if you look up, if somebody can kind of know what kind of router you have, they can probably look up and find out the administrative password, and it's always good to change those. So a hotspot, you can change the password off of that too. So, and then you own that, and it's credentialed to you, basically.
Yeah, right. I was on a plane earlier this week that advertised that they had Wi-Fi. I couldn't get the Wi-Fi to work on my phone, but I noticed there was a lot of hotspots on the plane. So I was like, oh, some people have their own secure network on here.
Just make sure you use passwords. That's the biggest key.
Yep.
So also today we're going to talk a little bit about how our listeners and customers can help protect themselves too. There's give you some top 10 tips for online activity. Phishing is the biggest risk to individuals to be hacked, basically, and there's ways to prevent that. Is with your emails that you get, phishing basically is somebody's trying to trick you into doing something for them, so they want to gain access to your user credentials, and if they gain access to your user credentials, basically you can get ransomware installed on there, you can have credit card, debit card compromises, they can use the information that you'll find in your system to steal your identity. So the hackers are looking for user IDs and passwords and debit and credit card access generally. So some tips basically is practice email phishing security awareness. That's the biggest risk to everybody's system. This might be a clue for you to help out, Paul.
Yeah, it's helping a little bit here.
That's where most of the security breaches come. So what we encourage people to do is, we all get lots of emails. A lot of us junk, some of it's real. Don't open emails that you didn't expect to receive. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You're not going to get a vacation by clicking on a link.
Prince William isn't sending you $10 million.
That's true. Or you're not, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we want you to practice common sense, basically. Sometimes we get notice from an email saying that your Amazon delivery was delayed. Well, think a second. Did you order something from Amazon?
Right.
And what we encourage to, if you get an email like that, don't click on the link in the email. Go to Amazon, that website, because you're controlling that then. I don't know if people are aware of this or not, but if you hover over a link in email, you can see where that traffic's actually going to. A lot of times if you hover over a link that looks like it's Amazon, for example, and there's 50, 60, 100 characters, it's not Amazon.
Yeah.
So what they've done is if you click on that, they're probably going to present you a page that looks like an Amazon page and ask you to log in, use your user ID and password, and then if you do that, they've captured that, and now they can use that to gain access to your Amazon account, and they don't really want to order stuff from you, they want your credit card information.
Right.
So some practices are make sure you install your antivirus on your systems, don't enter user IDs or passwords in unsolicited emails. So if you're getting something from anybody, always, like for example, your power company wanting to sign up for something, or your bank that says there's been, we're doing some security enhancements, click on this link and put your user ID and password in, those aren't real. Go outside of your email, go to your bank site and do it there. Or call the people too, verify that it's real. Don't click on links, don't open attachments. It comes down to just using common sense. Think before you click. Just to quickly go through some other tips here. Use complex passwords. We recommend passphrases, 15 characters or more in length. It's been shown that those are very difficult to crack, and you can use phrases, use special characters in those, because hackers will have software that will try to crack your password, and they'll look for common numbers, common words that are used together, try to keep them complex. Use biometrics if possible. I mean, iPhones have facial recognition, thumbprint. Sign up for those because that's just one more hurdle in the way of a hacker. Talk about Wi-Fi, practice good practices with that. Use two-factor authentication. What that means basically is, for example, I have a Gmail account, so if I log into that, it sends me a code that I need to enter into that too. That's much harder to crack because the man in the middle somehow has to capture that, and that's a way to protect yourself. Amazon does the same thing, and most shopping.
And you can do that on all the social media channels too, and I
Yes.
recommend doing that, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, do that because a lot of people are getting their accounts hacked on there as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Monitor all your bank, credit card, investment account statements, look for unusual activity. Make sure you always run software updates to make sure your operating systems are updated and your programs you're using are updated. We talked earlier about running the antivirus and malware. Don't turn that off. Pay your subscription, keep it current. It's usually $50-$60 a year.
It's worth
Well
it.
worth it. Back up your systems is important too because the ransomware has been more prevalent out there. My suggestion would be never pay a ransom because once you do that, you're a victim to them forever. So if you get ransomware, you can blow away your system, have to get somebody to help you with it, and your backup will give you all the information you need. Then also another way to help monitor yourself is there's a free credit report service from annualcreditreport.com. It's good to check that several times a year. You get 3 opportunities to check that during the year. There's 3 major credit bureaus. So I'd say annually at least look at your credit bureau report to see is there anything unusual in there.
Right.
Some loans maybe that you didn't apply for.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to watch your. So it's October's National Cybersecurity Month. We at the bank do a lot of things to help protect you, and also customers and our listeners today can do some things to help protect themselves.
Yeah, we're speaking with Todd Van Sickel, our own Todd Van Sickel, I should say. He's the Executive Vice President at First Federal Savings Bank of Operations and Technology. He's talking about Cyber Security Awareness Month, which is going on the whole month of October.
Just have one last tip here that I want to make sure we get into. Your bank will never contact you to verify your account number, your card number, your security phone code by phone, email, or some other electronic means. If they call, hang up, then call the bank to say, did you call me? I mean, that's people are actually trying to get you, to trick you, to give you the information. So just use cautious. If you have an investment, or nobody's going to call you to verify your account number because we already know your account number.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And these hackers or these fishers, I call them sometimes, they're getting more clever in their ways too. Not only are they doing email, they're doing text messaging now.
Yes.
Every week I get a text message from either the U.S. Postal Service, I'll say in air quotes, or Amazon telling me that a package has been delivered, and I have to double check. I didn't order anything, so I just delete, slide over, delete.
Yeah, my new motto is if I don't know the number, I just delete it. I don't even look at what it says or anything.
Yep.
In a lot of social media, they have those fun polls out there, like what was your first card?
Be careful.
Be careful answering those because if you think about some security, they ask you questions. Sometimes the question is, what is your first card?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're trying to mine the data that you're providing out there to help basically steal your identity.
Yeah, that's a great point, Todd. It seemed like this past year during the pandemic, those became more popular on social media. You know, who was your favorite teacher? I mean, they got pretty specific.
What town did you grow up in?
Asking specific security login questions.
Favorite color, things like that.
So, while those are fun to answer, just be careful out there because sometimes while you think the other person's just doing it for fun, they might have different intentions.
So the internet's a great world out there.
Yes.
You do lots of things with it. Don't be afraid of it. Just be smart in what you do and try to protect your identity.
Yes, it's never a bad thing to be sure to try to be too safe. Like you said, if you hover over an email and you're questioning if it's really from your friend John, give John a text or a call. Say, hey, did you really send me this email? It's pretty simple.
Good advice, Dan.
Yeah, pretty simple there. So, Any other tips you want to give our listeners and viewers out there?
If anybody has any questions, concerns, don't ever hesitate to call us at the bank, and we're happy to help you out. We want you to be safe, and it's a great internet world out there, but just use common sense, and there's no such thing as a free lunch.
Right. We're not trying to scare anybody not to use the internet, but it's,
Right.
I mean, you just gotta
Be
just gotta be
cautious.
careful out there.
Yeah.
Think before you click. That's what we use for
Yep.
some phrasing in our training that we do, because we do ongoing training in the bank for security awareness.
Yep. Never be too safe.
So you ready for the question, Paul?
I am.
All right. Let me get
What-
back.
I can.
Yeah.
You,
You got it. Yep.
what percentage of security breaches, and another way to put it, are a result of phishing attempts? The numbers are 54%
74
or 94%.
I'm gonna go 94.
You got it, Paul.
Yeah.
94% of the security breaches that happen at most companies come from somebody that clicked on an email, opened an email, clicked on something, or opened an attachment that corrupted their systems. Of course, we have systems at the bank to protect us from that, but just everybody be cautious out there.
Mhm.
That's the way to protect yourself.
Yep. Well said. You got
Those are some pretty good words of wisdom there.
Those are. I do have some other ones, but I do like the ones that Todd just said. These come from John W. Gardner, American
Okay.
educator. Life is the art of drawing without an eraser.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys again next week.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
With those words of wisdom, this has been the First Federal
Sorry,
Program.
5 minutes over.
Join us every Friday at 7:30 on WR.